Howdy, partners. Welcome to part 2 of Red Dead Redemption 1 with a therapist. We left off in Armadillo. We started off at the ranch. There's not a manual save system, so I'm gonna do a little ride over to Armadillo where we left off. Apparently old John decided to go back to the ranch and have a little siesta in between episodes. As I ride over there, I ask that you please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. I also want to let you know that you are an MVP. If you are a person that watched part 1 and then you came back for part 2, you're awesome. And I'm really glad that you did, because a lot of people don't. So here we go. I'm aware that there are campfires that I can use, but I didn't after the last time, so maybe we will going forward, but oh well, it's fine. I am now wanted though, because I tried to take the stagecoach to Armadillo, and when I got there, there was a shootout that was happening, and I shot the wrong person, so...
Come on. Let's go.
Whatever. I ain't too worried about it. The long story. Had to be there. Come watch live on Twitch sometime.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's the way that tumbleweed rolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Armadillo, like we never even left, huh?
Come on. How y'all doing?
Howdy.
We meet again.
All right, so we got a strange person to talk to here. Let's see what's going on.
I'm a terrible mother. Oh, they took my boy. My boy.
Who did?
He's missing. He's only a youngster. My boy is missing.
Where? Who took him?
Them people in the hills. Them hills near Hanging Rock. They took it. Oh,
Can't the police force help you?
oh, they can't even help themselves. Please, sir. My son is missing. I need your help.
If I find him, I'll bring him back to you.
Go search for the boy by Hanging Rock. Where's Hanging Rock at? Oh, I wonder if that's up where the treasure map is. It's probably worth it. All right, will do, ma'am.
Hello there.
Strangers found throughout the world have simple tasks for you to carry out. These tasks can be started, continued, and completed at any time. And we'll get ourselves some treasure. Oh yeah, because there's the tree, and maybe those are the rocks that the treasure's behind. Maybe. There a noose hanging from it? There is, see?
Come on.
And then it said, go back behind. There's like a bunch of rocks. Alright, we're gonna do this real quick. Your son's important, man, but I gotta find me some treasure. And I'm pretty sure it's right here. Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Would you looky here?
Gold bar. Goddamn. Rhodes Gold +1. What else did I get? I got like a map or something. Warhorse. That. Special dark brown. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't have my rabbit's foot. The hell? Oh, there we go. Oh. Campsite. Jeez. That is not well detailed. Oh well. We'll figure that out later.
Come on.
Got me a giant ass gold bar. I like it.
Come on. Come on.
Oh shit. Oh, my horse can really climb.
Yeah.
This way.
Whoa.
Oh shit. A femur and a shoe. John, don't tell me you're gonna draw a conclusion that Buddy Boy is dead and you're gonna go tell his mom that he's dead. You have no idea if that's his shit. That could be anything.
Oh, God, help me.
Whoa.
Stay down.
You saved my life, mister. Here, please take this.
Hey, whoa, what you got
my
for me? What the
pleasure.
hell are you doing out here, brother?
Hold on.
Come on. Let's get this over with. You stink.
All right. Spin, thanks for gifting that sub to Matt.
Let's go.
Appreciate it.
Let's go. Come.
And coyote pelt's got to be worth a decent amount. Have we here?
Whoa there.
Pick wild feverfew.
That's one.
All right.
Come on.
Ooh, some wild horses.
Hey, you there. Move this path a mile.
Okie dokie.
Now what are you gonna do? Go.
Sorry, partner.
We got in here. Ooh, we got lots of money. $17. I'll pay back Miss McFarlane for no time. Sorry about your humans. Oh, I can skin the horses. Holy shit, might as well. Come on. Come on, Mr. Marston.
Let's make this quick.
All right.
Yeah.
Hold that thought until next time.
Easy.
Pressing business.
Bye now. Bye.
You should see the poor state. I'd have to laugh.
The skull.
Really?
Whoa.
Well, view the wanted poster. Wanted, Mo Van Bar, Walton's Gang, assault at Rattlesnake Hollow. $80 alive, $40 dead. Damn. That's good eating.
Well, hello.
Rattlesnake Hollow. All right,
Come on.
let's ride. How far out is this? See? Oh, it's way out there. All right, we'll still go. Do a little nighttime raid.
Come on.
I ain't gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna assume he's hunting. Our horse is pretty versatile. Nearing your bounty's known location. Alright, be on the lookout here. Now if I can get him alive, maybe hitch him to my horse, get ourselves a fat bounty. Kill the bounty target. See if I can get him alive. If I could like lasso him, that'd be badass. Hunting weapons. Rattlesnake's Hollow. Who this?
I think maybe you ought to be a little less confident about yourself.
Nobody. Where are you, Mom?
Oh, baby. Here we go. Y'all have yeed your last haul.
Hold it right there, partner.
All right, that's our boy. Hi. Hello. Can I don't know.
I'm sorry you
No,
couldn't
no.
be financially rewarded, sir. Yeah. Let's go.
No. I want $80. I want 80. I want 80.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll settle for 40. I don't have a rope, so I couldn't lasso him up.
What have you got for me? Come on.
Take the bounty proof to Armadillo jail. Oh well. Howdy, folks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Damn. Putting the wild in Wild West, man. These people are nutty. Armadillo is a scary place. No wonder the sheriff's overwhelmed.
Let's go. Come on. Found that no good piece of dirt. Thank you.
$40 is pretty good. All right. How much does it cost to buy a house out here in Armadillo? Let's go find out. I'm very interested to know.
Easy, partner.
This is Armadillo, Texas. Probably costs about $150. This is Armadillo, California. Probably costs about 1.5 mil. $50. Well, if I do say so myself. That's not so bad. Get a nice little balcony view. Change outfits. Oh, you gotta like do like different things. Okay, that's cool.
mistake, sir.
All right, well, if we gotta wait till daytime in order to talk to a marshal,
I need to write my mother back in the home.
what do you say we deal ourselves in?
I'll join you for a while.
$25, that's half the cost of my
I don't
house.
think so.
All right. Noah Greenup posted big blind at 6. Here we go. Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money.
Hans is elected governor. He's going to open the rail lines
All right,
to eliminate...
what I got? 7-4. 7-4 of hearts. I got to bet 6 to call. I have 250 chips. All right, I'll see the flop.
Call you. Your choice, my friend.
We got a pair of 4s and a pair of
Here's something you don't
3s.
see every day.
You put 15 in? All right, Buddy's sitting on some kind of high pair. Because that flop didn't do shit for you. There's no way you're sitting on a 3. I got a gut shot flush draw. 7-4 and 3 of hearts. 4 pair,
Reyes is
3
as
pair.
revolutionary as
15
Napoleon.
bucks to see another
Just like
hand.
riding horses in a fancy uniform. Prick your jaw.
I get another 4 for 3 for the full house. I'll take it. All right, I'll call you 15 bucks. Here we go. Oh baby, flush draw. This is huge.
Might work.
He checked. He checked. All right, what are you waiting on? You don't want to give away that you've got a high pair. Or you're waiting on like an ace or something. I got 4 hearts. He checked. Now I could bet and see what he does here.
Let's get a move.
I saw my boss kiss a man.
Because if I bet and then he calls, and that means he's got something. If I bet and he folds, then he's sitting on nothing. Or if he, But I got nothing right now besides a pair of 4s and 3s. All right, I'm throwing 10 in. Let's see what he does.
Count me in.
Raises a 22. God damn it, you got a pocket pair. So I gotta bank on a flush here. A flush is when all 5 of your cards are of the same suit. So I got 2 hearts. There's 2 hearts on the board here. So these I'll give Poker 101 for people who don't know anything about poker. When you play Texas Hold'em, you get 2 cards in your hand that nobody else knows what you have. 3 cards come out. It's called the flop. These cards are communal cards, so these are in everybody's hand. You are playing for the best 5 card hand that you can have. So you get the first 3. So there are people that, in order to encourage play on every hand, there's a small blind and a big blind, and that means that you have to throw in chips. Small blind is half the big blind. That's just to get people in on the hand basically every time, because if nobody has anything good, then the small blind will usually throw the other half, and then the big blind will check, and then you get to see the flop and go from
Unless
there.
you want to start working for
So we had
President
guys that are in. I was not the smaller big blind there, so I got to decide whether I wanted to call, which means put in the amount of chips that are necessary for me to continue to play the hand, or I can do an amount more than what the call is to try to get other people to call in order to stay in the hand. So when this flopped 3-4-3 and I'm sitting on 2 hearts, I flopped what's called a gut shot flush draw, which means that I have the potential for a flush. I have 3 out of 5. The
What's taking you so long?
the turn is the 4th card that came out. So you bet after the flop. The turn is the 4th card that came out, and that flop that came out is another heart. So I'm sitting on 7-4. It's a 3-5. So I don't have the 3-4-5. I could actually flop, or on the river, I could actually hit a straight flush, which would be insane. A flush is harder mathematically to get than a straight. So right now, the best hand that I have is a pair of 4s and a pair of 3s, but he also has a pair of 3s. My hypothesis is that he is sitting on a pair in his hand. So we get one more. It's called the river. So I have to decide if I want to call 12 chips here, because I bet 10 to see what he was going to do. He puts 22, which means he's confident in what he has or he's massively bluffing. So if I call 12, we get to see the 5th card, and then we're going to bet again. If on the river I get a heart, I'm probably going to stay in. If I get a 6 of hearts, I'm all in because I have a straight flush, and there's no way he's beating that. So I'm going to call the 12. Why not?
I'll call.
Ah, and a 10 of diamonds. So now I got jack shit. He throws in 29. That's way too rich for my blood sitting on a pair. I just, no. So I'm going to fold. I'm going to eat it. I gave up a lot of chips on that hand, but I didn't get what I was looking for, so I'm
going to fold.
And old Noah wins the hand. Pain.
The Southwestern Railroad Company.
All right, boys. Well, we got 210 offsuit. That is garbage, and I am not one of the blinds. So I'm just going to fold outright.
You ain't much fun.
Means I don't have to pay anything. All right, another hand. Garbage.
Something good. Now I'm either lucky or foolish.
All right, so I am the big blind now, which means that in order for me to go in on this, I don't have to pay anything. So Queen 3 offsuit, not particularly great, so we're just going to go ahead and check this and maybe get to the flop. Now, I could bet here if I wanted to see if anybody else has garbage and see if that gets them out, and then I can take the pot. Not really much reason for me to do that, so I'm going to check, which means I'm going to bet 0.
I'm going to check.
4-6-6. That does nothing for me other than, oh god, just garbage. So I'm going to check because I'm the first to bet, so check. You going to bet, Noah? Noah throws 11 in.
Guess I'm folding.
Only thing I lost was my big blind.
Sanchez, Allende, DeSanta, Reyes. All the same. They just want Armadillo rail rights.
Thing is once you start having a lot of chips, you can bully people pretty strongly. Herbert raises to 18. 10-6 offsuit. I got to call 15? No way. I'm out.
I call. Ain't you aggressive?
Oh my god, look at these guys chucking chips in like it's nobody's business. Look at this! Holy shit! Pushes all in, goddamn! Who's gonna win this? Herbert Moon shows a pair of 7s. He went all in on a pair of 7s. Pair of 7s. Wow. He won on a pair of 7s. Alright, see you later, boss. Jesus, that got intense real fast. Alright, now I'm the dealer. Here we go.
What do you know?
4-5 suited. I'll call it 6.
Think I'm gonna call.
God damn it, Noah. Alright, I just want to see action. Ooh, 2 clubs. Alright, so I'm on a flush draw now. So he calls 27. He calls 27. I'm sitting on a 8 of clubs, Queen of clubs, 4 of clubs, 5 of clubs. I get 1 club on the turn of the river. It's going to be a big deal, especially with the queen sitting out there. So I'll call on the draw here. All right, so now I got a flush. So Noah checks, which is actually a really smart move here because he's trying to feel it out. So here's the tricky part here. A lot of people might feel compelled to go, like, to bet huge because you know you have a great hand, but you're going to give it away. So now you have to leverage. Do you want to try to get everybody out so that you can collect what's already in the pot, or do you want to see if you can milk people for more? Now, I run a risk if another club comes out on the river, because if a club comes out on the river and either one of them's holding a club, now they might have a flush, and I'm only sitting on a 4 and a 5. So if they have any card that's a club that's higher than that, which is highly likely, then they actually would win that hand. Now, I could hope that either one of these guys is maybe sitting on a pair of queens or jacks, and that's what's keeping them in here, but Noah checking there is actually a really smart move. The chances that either of them are sitting on 2 clubs is pretty low. I don't know that I'd be banking on that. But I'm gonna push just a little bit here with a bet. No, because if I bet the turn, he's gonna know I hit a flush. I'm gonna slow play this. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna see what the other guy does.
Check.
And the ace of clubs come out. God damn it. Oh, God damn it. That's not what I wanted. The 2 is out there too, which means that the only club that he could be holding, if he's holding a club that would make him lose this hand, is the 3 of clubs. If he's holding any club that is higher than a 3, Oh. All right, Noah. He's gonna call whatever I raise. Call. Oh my God.
I'll call that.
If you got a Ira raises to 101. Oh my God. My brothers in Christ. I should fold. I should totally fold. There is such a good probability that one of them is sitting on a club. If I was playing in a poker tournament, I would fold here. But I'm going to go in just because it's a game and it doesn't matter. But I would fold here. Queens and twos, I can beat that. Ace high club flush. Mother.
You can't win them all.
But he's sitting on two clubs just like I am. Oh my God. That's why I would have folded. Smart move is to fold there.
Yeah, well, ain't that something?
Wow. Oh, there we go. Ace jack offsuit. Now we're talking. On the big blind. I'll raise. I need some chips back.
I'm gonna raise that.
They both call. And I got a queen pair. All right, so I have high, or no, I don't have a queen. All right, ace, jack, queen. I'm sitting on a gut shot straight draw, which is not particularly great. I'll check and see what they do.
Think I'll check.
Check, check, check. Sitting on 3 diamond. Man, I don't want to fold ace jack, but I got to fold ace jack.
Fold.
Reyes is as revolutionary.
Dude, Noah is a
Holy.
baller.
He just likes riding horses in a
Right.
fancy uniform.
This is the one.
Hell, I'll take that.
Ace 8 suited. I'll raise.
Why don't we raise the stakes a little?
Ira calls 9, Noah calls 9, and I get 3 hearts.
Ooh, I'm gonna buy a new iron with these winnings.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sometimes the cards just don't go your way. I mean, I'll check it, but
I'll check.
yeah,
Easy there,
yeah. I'm gonna let them punch it out. I'm out. Can't go in on that.
We
Nasty.
got ourselves a tough
That's a
guy.
nasty flop. I'm sitting on 23 chips.
Who invited the ladies?
Oh my God, these guys are high rollers, man. All right, my deal. What do we got? It's almost daytime. 10-8. Nah, I'll wait for something better. While I'm
Your
sitting
choice,
on a
my
blind.
friend.
The Southwestern Railroad Company is just a front for the Jews to run the country, you know?
Okay, I'll bet. Okay, let's do this.
Now I'm either lucky or foolish.
What a
Seems like you was weaned too soon.
dude! These guys are nuts. Ace high club flush. Ace high club flush, and he's got the king. Wow, dude. Three, 6 offsuit. This is a dog shit round of
No,
poker.
I'm out. Give me something decent this time.
No, I'm out. You kidding me? They're gonna bleed me dry on blinds. Unreal. 3-5 offsuit, dude. Wow. At least it's daytime. Bunch of cheating dicks. All right, ace jack. Let's push it all in, baby. All 8.
Sanchez, Allende,
Okay.
DeSanta,
All
Reyes,
in.
I'm all
the
in.
same.
Let's
They
go.
want Armadillo Railroad.
Garbage.
I'll bet.
Hell with this. I fold.
They got a side pot, little
What
side pot
do you
going.
know?
Garbage. Look at that shit. Are you kidding me? Ace high, ice high jack. I'm gonna win because I got. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. First hand ace high win. Unreal. There we go. Pocket eights. Raise them up, fellas. Let's get to 15.
Sure. How about I make
All right,
things
Ira
interesting?
calls, Noah calls. Queen, 9, ace, all freaking clubs. All right, so I got a club draw, which is big. What I don't love is all 3 cards on the board are higher than my hand.
You know, if Johns is elected governor, he's going to open the rail lines to Allende.
All in. Screw it. It's daytime. All in, boys.
I'm feeling lucky.
Oh, they both folded. Look at that.
Let's get this show on the road.
On our way back, baby. 10-9. I'm not in a blind. Fold.
Guess I'm folding.
It's a good way for me to eat my chips.
I see you want to play.
Lock me up and throw away the key.
All right. I see.
Damn, Noah. All right, I'm in the big blind.
That John Marston used to be a hired killer for the Jews, you know? Don't mess with me!
Ace Jack or 8 Jack. Well, I'll check that.
I check.
Oh, straight draw. I'm on a straight draw. Oh, baby. All right, boys. I'll make you think that I got some kind of pair on the board. 15.
Okay, then. I'll place a bet.
Ira raises to 30. He must have either a pair. He's got to have a pair on the board. Am I willing to pay 15 for a to see the turn? I am.
Call you.
An ace. That is not helpful. Check over to you, boss. 26. God damn. I need a queen or a 7. Queen or a 7. 26 to see a queen or a 7. All right, all in. Queen or 7.
All
Let's
in,
go.
it's me.
And he... Oh, he was bluffing. Whoa. Or he just, it was too expensive for him, but...
Gave my boss the room.
Hey, a 69. Nice. Yeah, you got to call that.
Think I'm gonna call.
That was huge. Four Jack 10. Garbaggio. Check that out.
No thanks.
Check 6. No.
That's
no.
enough for me.
Garbage.
Why are these cards sticky?
Why are these cards sticky? All right, Queen 7. Yeah, why not? There's only 3 of us.
Interesting.
Damn.
You mighty angry.
There's been so many flops that were suited. I'm on a straight draw, but they potentially are on flush draws if they are holding diamonds. I'll call this, but if a diamond comes out, I
I'll
gotta bail.
call.
God damn.
Look at you all pleased.
37. Yeah, nice freaking. Yeah, no, I can.
I'm gonna
not
fold.
taking that action. One of them sitting on a flush. Oh, yeah. By the way, my general principle whenever I played poker in real life was, as soon as I was out, I stopped paying attention to what the hands were. Hindsight can be a real bitch sometimes, and you don't want to have that infiltrating your mind and affecting the decisions you make on your next hand.
You ain't much fun.
8-5. Oh my god.
I'm calling.
Dude, this is just nonsense.
check.
Garbage.
Boring.
Yep. All right. Are you slow playing? What do I even have? I don't have any. This is garbage. All the way
Reyes
around.
is as revolutionary as
I'll bet
Napoleon.
6.
He
You
just
gonna fold?
likes riding horses in a
Sure.
fancy
I'll
uniform.
gamble.
Oh my god, he did. Buy the pot. Oh, 2-5 offsuit. I don't even
I'm done.
paying that. Skip it. This isn't going to be the whole stream tonight, but I'm
gonna
enjoying
call
this.
Big spender.
Trying to maybe get back to like 200. All right, I'll call that. Jack 9 suited. I get nothing
We got ourselves a
again.
tough guy.
I get nothing on the flop again. Oh, God. Gut shot straight draw. There's no way. I'm not paying. I'm not paying $10 for that. Nope. All right, if I go below. Oh, jeez. All right. Come on. Give me something good here, boss. 5-2 offsuit.
I'll check.
And he flops a pair of 5s. Pair of 5s and a pair of aces with a 2 kicker. All right, boys. Give me
Unless you wanna start
Count
working
me
for
in.
Pepper
20.
Springs.
Oh, Ira. Oh, boy. I hope you're not holding an ace, boss. All right, all in.
You only live once.
He called it. Oh, trips 5s. Trips 5s. Ooh. Ooh. He hits the 5 on the river for the full house. Oh. And then he gets a jack ace. All right, boys. Yeehaw.
I'm gonna raise that.
All right, what do we got? King 4-3. $10. Go.
Bet. Seems like you was winged.
Raises to 25. Goddamn. I'm a
Too
fold.
much for me.
I'm a fold.
Your choice, my friend.
I'm a fold. Wow, look at these high rollers.
Ain't you real brave?
Yeah, good thing I bailed. All right. All right, I lost 50
Just in my
chips.
day, fellas.
All right, I lost $5.
Have a seat. We need another poker player.
$5.
You know, John, elected governor, he's going to open the rail line.
Ay. That full house was nice. Made most of my money back.
Bite your tongue, fool. How do you do?
Hello. Howdy.
You've discovered the elegant suit. It will allow you to cheat at poker.
Hello? It's Armadillo 731. What is it with these things? Hello? It's a new line. Hello?
Sounds fun. What's happening?
I have no idea. Yeah, if it's important, they'll send someone down like they did with you.
Suddenly the world is full of days.
Yeah. I remember when we first got here. We used to consider people from Dade County to be exotic. Now guys can get here from the Midwest, and they can do it in 6 days.
Things have changed.
They've gotten away from me. Hello? I don't understand it no more, boy. Honest to goodness.
I'm not sure I do.
Marshall! 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 I just been up in the canyon, spying like you said. I think I seen me a couple of them rustlers. I think it was the Ballard twins and a couple of Mexicans.
They up there right now?
Well, it was a group of 4 men rounding up Mr. Gulch's livestock, and none of them looked like any of Gulch's hands, so yes, sir, right now.
That sarcasm's most unbecoming, Eli. It's gonna hold you back in life, even worse than your lazy eye. All right, let's go.
Jesus.
You ride with us again, Marston?
Will you help me?
I will try.
It'd be my pleasure.
All right, let's ride, boys.
How long you been working for the government, Marston?
I don't work for the government.
Well, I got a telegram from some federal clowns in Blackwater that says otherwise.
Are you some kind of vigilante?
You don't look like no government, boy. I guess it's complicated. I came because it was made impossible for me not to. You sure are a tight-lipped son of a bitch, mister. I guess I am. I ain't gonna dig this hole no deeper. Ain't you all proud and superior? Don't forget you need us more than we need you. Bill Williamson folded you up like an empty person last time, if I remember correctly.
Simmer down, Jonah.
Wow, they really got around.
Jonah. There's a good boy. Otherwise, I'll put a hole in your hillbilly head and watch your tiny brain drain out.
Talk of the town,
I'll be
John
honest with
getting
you,
messed up by
Marston,
Bill.
I ain't for all this government interference.
Believe me, Marshal, neither am I.
I try to keep the federal boys happy. I mean, we need all the help we can get. But what does a flannel mouse city boy who never forked a bale of hay in his life know about a state like New Austin?
Nothing, I reckon.
All this manifest destiny hogwash, taming a wild land. Nearly there. Come on. Everybody dismount and follow me. Head for the fort.
All right.
Be ready, boys. We're probably going to be outnumbered.
And those bastards ain't short on firepower, neither.
Let's see how many there are. If we can take them alive, good. If not, smoke the sons of bitches.
Music to my ears, Marshal.
Well, choke point here seems dangerous.
Rustlers, find some cover. This way.
Oh, baby. Lots of these boys.
Help me out here, will you? You got one.
More like that, Marston, here.
Nice shot.
I'll kill you twice, you son of a bitch.
Okay, boys, you head down that left fork. I'll take the right. Marston, you can come with me or go with them.
I'll come with you, boss. You're more useful to me than they are. So I'd rather keep you alive.
Can I have this?
What kind of money you got? Cover the marshal. Ooh.
There's a couple of the rat bastards.
Come on, prairie chicken.
I shot his head off.
What's the matter? You got the sand?
Put down your guns and surrender. Looks like we got him. Let's move on. Stick with me.
Reload, John.
Look, the deputies are making progress.
Damn.
There's more of them. Good shooting, boy.
Yes, sir.
My God. Come on, let's clear out that camp. Watch yourself. Looks like they have some backup. Let's clear out Pike's Basin once and for all. Come on, stop lagging behind. Surrender, or I'll kill you all.
You're embarrassing yourself!
Look at that guy, not even hiding behind cover. Ballsy. Where'd your hat go?
There's one more for the vultures. That bastard won't be rustling no more.
One more. Come on. Come on, pop your head up. You can't see me. You can't see me.
Nice
Come on.
and steady now. Don't leave yourself open. Yeah, Marston. I'll wait for you a short ways up this ridge.
All right.
This ain't nice. I know.
Made all my poker money back. All right. How many lives needlessly ended? $69. Nice.
Come on! Pull foot, Marston! Keep your eyes open. I saw a couple of snipers across the way. God damn it! Take out those snipers, boy! Stay with me!
Where the hell are they? What the? Where are they?
I'm
What?
giving you one last chance to put your hands in the air! I see you, boy. Got one!
One, and the other one out. Where you at, boss? Oh, there he
Oh
is.
my good God! Come on, boy! Come on! Give them hell! Come on, let's get to the rest of the boys.
Stop doing that!
Stop doing that. Keep running, John. Keep running. Keep running. Oh! Shit.
Eyes up! Snipers! Stay close!
I ain't never lost no fight.
I thought the red on the side of my mini-map was my health.
Tell the to give themselves
It is
up,
not.
or we'll kill every last
So
one of you.
that's why I got ballsy there. Whoops.
You're gonna leave this
There
in
he
a
is.
box!
You better surrender. You hear? Hey, you! Push on. Sounds like the deputies could use a hand.
God damn it.
Finish those sons of bitches.
Ain't no need to die, friend!
Already over, John.
This looks as good a spot as any. Gather around and listen up. Let's try to sneak up on them. The closer we are, the less chance they have of making a run for it.
Try to sneak up on them. They haven't heard all this gunfight? What? They've all got their AirPods in. They're gonna see us.
100 fools like you!
Good shooting, boy.
Where are they all at? Dude, we are like sitting ducks out here.
Marston, watch rustlers like flies.
Sure am.
You should run off home!
You sure put that feller to bed. Hey, was that you or me?
All right.
Thanks, Marshal. We're indebted to you with our lives.
Just get them cattle back safe.
All right. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Well done, Mr. Marston.
Yes, well done.
Now, about Williamson.
I'll do what I can. You know, as you can see, this country is infested with all manner of scum.
Say that again.
But one other thing, Marston. Mr. Johnson, sir. It's Mr. West Dickens. He's missing.
Who?
Mr. West Dickens, the tonics merchant. He was due in town last week.
Oh, the narcotic and bat piss salesman who cons housewives out of their money with promises of eternal youth.
Yes, him, but I think you're being a little unfair. He's helped a great many of the county, and many of the townsfolk are really missing him.
You hear that, Marston? We just butchered a gang of thieves, and the town is up in arms about a missing snake oil merchant. I am so glad to be serving such a wise and respectable people. Come on, Eli.
Well, you could make the argument that one of the reasons that they care about the snake oil salesman is because the sheriff's doing his job. They are reasonably safe. Like maybe the tonic salesman gives them some hope in a dangerous time. But the hierarchy of needs is not something that we necessarily need to see in terms of like a pyramid or any of this stuff in order to understand intuitively that when people's survival is at stake, there are so many things that just don't matter as much, obviously. And one of the hallmarks of a safe community, environment, society, etc., is when people can care deeply and passionately about higher order things that don't have really immediate effect on survival. Like, yeah, when you're going through a massive depression and disease is everywhere, and modern medicine isn't really something that can keep you safe, and there's outlaws, and you don't know where your next meal is going to come from, and all this stuff. Higher order things still matter, but maybe not as much. So, an example that I always like to use in this type of scenario to illustrate this is that if we talk about something, there's any number of things that we could talk about with this, but we talk about something even as, I guess, is prevalent and present right now is like sexual orientation, or the like presentation of gender, or really just even the nuance of which we present day look at things like gender and sexuality. Those things didn't, it wasn't that those things didn't exist in the same type of nuance that they do now back in the early 1900s, or, you know, in the 1800s or 1700s. But that wasn't something that people were going to put on the docket as a primary thing that they were going to advocate for, care about, vote in respect to, etc., because there were so many other things you had to worry about that the way in which you are accepted for a identity or orientation that's like outside the norm just doesn't really fall into the purview of importance at this time. Not saying it's not important, right? But the reason that people are able to care about these things more now, and that there's a prevalence of it and conversations and nuance and representation and all this sorts of stuff, is because in many places, not all places, but in places, say, like the US, it is traditionally, maybe changing now at the time of filming this, but it has traditionally been like your survival is not at stake in a particular type of way. I mean, there are other factors that contribute. I'm just using this as a single example. But we gain, the thing I'm trying to illustrate is that we gain nuance in the things that we care about and become upset about and put our energy into when our survival needs are met. It's a lot easier to do that. So the town being safe-ish, and people having a reasonable standard of living and like can care about more nuanced things, care about what it is that this tonic salesman brings to them such that they become distressed by it, maybe in a way they wouldn't if they were constantly worried about their homes being robbed and whatnot. So when the sheriff poo-poos the idea that that's something that we should care about, I think that's a failure for him to recognize that he is a direct contributor to why people in the town can care about that in the first place. He's willing to go stick his neck out for people like this. So, bit of a sort of like bumpy way of going through that, but the thing that I really want to emphasize is that things like honor, kind of more abstract ideas, are a real privilege to care about when survival is at stake. When survival is at stake, sometimes these things don't become as prevalent. And again, I'm not trying to ignore the fact that these things can contribute to people being in danger. People being in danger for these things is also a product of people being able to sort of pick and choose the things that they care about and want to legislate against or whatever, as opposed to the general environment being so dangerous that you all are collectively just trying to survive it, and these nuanced things don't become a prevalent part of the discourse. I hope that makes sense. So it's sort of a long way of trying to just explain why, like, I think that the sheriff there is not giving himself enough credit for what he's been able to cultivate for folks. You can care about your reputation more when your needs are met. Stuff like that. All right. Keep it going. Got a lot of money again. Got $140 now. Now I'm a long ass way from Armadillo. But I'm near Bonnie. American Appetite. Oh, that must be the woman that's son was missing. Who I could go talk to. Pretty close here to Bonnie's ranch though, so why don't we go see what Bonnie's up to. Wow, all of that was happening. Right in Bonnie's backyard.
Slow down.
All right. Come back tomorrow between 5 a.m. and 6 p.m.
Sorry, I'm always bumping into the wrong people.
Please, keep your eyes open.
They got foreman and everything. They got.
Follow Charlie. He's a good one to sniff out trouble. Stay close to Charlie.
All right, Charlie, what you got, bud? Stop all criminals you encounter by any means necessary before morning. Jeez. Charlie on patrol. Dude, these chips are so good. God damn. You do this every night, Charlie? I don't like that Charlie walks faster than I do.
Where is he, boy?
Nope. We got Charlie. Holy shit. Which one's the criminal?
That's it, run! No me caes bien, hijo de...
What the hell? Let these guys go. They won't be back anytime soon. Okay. Just roughed them up a little bit.
My mistake, officer. Sorry, partner.
You for that. Please be more careful.
I didn't really need Charlie for that. The guy could have just been like, yo, help. But that's fine. Dogs are cool. You're welcome kindly.
¿Qué tal?
Nigel West Dickens. Pretty far away. Rather wait for Bonnie first. Maybe we'll go have a little siesta. See what's up over here at camp.
A fella carrying a Carcano sniper rifle was walking about town.
How do you do?
Howdy!
Howdy, folks.
Well, hello.
Left my door open again. I hate when I do that.
I never heard such
heard that cougar took 3 lawmen the other week.
Poor kitty man. Poor kitty man. Hi.
Another wanted poster. We go take care of that. It's kind of cool that we saw the guy hanging it. Bollard Twins gang, property destruction at Hanging Rock. $20 alive, $10 dead. That's... I'll take it, but 20 bucks. God damn.
Come on.
How far away is this? Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Go.
Love the music that includes the whistling. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Hey. God damn it. Why? Why do you do that?
Why do you bite the Legos? Why do you bite the Legos? Why? And you break them and then I have to remake them. Why do you do that? You should be cool, kitty man. Be cool. You are cool. I love you.
Let's go.
Pain in the ass.
Hey, excuse me.
Yeah.
Can you help me? I'm stranded out here. I could really use a ride.
Oh, yeah?
Actually,
You didn't try to take my horse?
idea. See you around, fool.
Oh, no.
You think I won't find you?
Good dick. What a great way to get yourself killed. I even gave him a head start.
What you got on you, friend?
Stop it. $5. $5. Think if I skinned him for human pelt, it'd be worth anything?
Come on.
Oh!
Let's go.
Coyotes will get him.
Come on.
God damn, you gotta take the long way to get to this guy. What is this over here?
Whoa there.
Put your gun away, John.
What brings you out,
this way. Well, howdy.
Excuse me, friend. Mind if I rest up at your camp a spell?
Well, it'd be my pleasure. Man needs a break from this desiccated land.
Thank you, mister. Say, what's that stick you got there?
Oh. Y'all ain't never seen a dowsing rod before, mister? Never seen a man summon the water up from the bare earth? Mr.
Marston.
Ah.
No, can't say I have. It's water you're looking for. What's wrong with that lake over there?
Oh, there ain't nothing wrong with Lake Don Julio. Nothing wrong with it, but we lack the fancy irrigation equipment you folks have back east, so... Man needs a wellspring on his property to ranch here.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Why, you know, just last week, I was over at old Pleasant's house. Now, I think I may have found something, but... Old coot that owns the place threatened to call the law down on me, so...
People act funny around strange men with sticks.
They sure do. Damn fools. Bet you he don't even know how much water's running underneath his property.
You didn't tell him?
You know what? You ain't that stupid, mister. And I can tell. I'll tell you what. Why don't you go get the old man to sell us his property for a small pittance? Then I can find the source of the water, build us a proper wellspring.
Maybe I will.
Well, all right then.
I'm intrigued.
Let's go.
We'll get some proper tie. Proper tie. Dia, thanks for gifting that sub. Proper tie. People are either quick to trust or never trust. Quite the binary out here in New Austin. I took the longest freaking route. Get up to this, dude.
Yeah. This is the end of the line, Charlie!
All right, Charlie. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, horse. Come on. Come on. Horse. Jesus. How's Buddy going? There he is.
Yeah. Whoa there. Come on, easy up there. Go.
All right, we turn that in at the Armadillo jail. Can do. Whoa! The hell you come from?
That no good piece of dirt. Thanks. I let her down.
Mister, she's gone.
Who is?
My wife, she's gone. She went out picking mushrooms in the hills near Hanging Rock and they got her. The stories are true.
What'd the police do about it?
Oh, about as much as you'd expect. Made me fill out a form. Beryl ain't strong, but she's a good girl.
I'll see what I can do.
Sheriff seems to be hedging his bets on where he thinks he can be helpful and where he's not, which sucks. He's kind of has to triage because he's got limited resources. Dude, how many times are we going to go up here? Good lord. I just came from here.
Howdy. We meet again. Come on.
Man, look how gorgeous that is. My goodness. That's excellent.
Let's go.
Truly, for how old this game is, it looks fantastic.
Come on.
All right, where are we going? Up.
Slow up.
I have to go all the way up. Okay. Who's this?
Slow down.
Here we are again. What, another femur and another shoe? What the hell's going on here? This is some chupacabra shit. That's an arm. All right. If I go out west, or I go back to talk to Miss McFarland. I'm gonna go back and talk to Ms. Bonnie.
Come.
I reckon. And then we'll deal with Mr. West Dickens.
Whoa, whoa. Let's go. Load up now.
So there's got to be a shortcut through here.
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
Come on.
I could fall asleep to this track. It's so good. S tier whistling. All right, Miss McFarlane.
Come on.
Whoa.
Mr. Marston, I've been hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarlane?
Yes, from Lee Johnson. To settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarlane.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
Miss McFarlane, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. Poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true. Especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute, and he was her, well, I don't know what he was. So I was sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
My word. What a difficult life you've lived.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read, taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Sure. And I've suffered for it. And that's the life I left, or tried to leave. Said too much, Bonnie. I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Well, I can try. What do you need, money?
No, nothing so complicated. I need an extra hand to take out the herd to pasture.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
That's a pretty vulnerable thing John did there, sharing all that. Not that it really puts him any... Well... This is a hard world not to engage cynicism. Like, I do get why people are so guarded. Because, I mean, think of how order is essentially established in this space. Like, it's bounties and information can reward you handsomely. So John sharing that he ran with a gang, saying his last name is Marston, sharing all that information with Bonnie, it does invite risk. It's information that, if there's like, I don't know, something that was posted before John even got there that said, do you know anything about the Vanderlyn gang? There's people at large. Bonnie's afraid of losing the farm or the ranch. She learns that this is John Marston. He tells a story that runs in cahoots with that, what's wanted. What's to stop her from turning him in for a $500 reward that would save her ranch? So I could understand, I can understand why people would be a little freaked out in giving information just on the off, especially somebody like John, just on the off chance that somebody like Bonnie might turn him in. Because if you're desperate enough and resources are not plentiful or easy to access, you do whatever you can. Now, I don't actually know that Bonnie's going to do anything with that information, and I think it says more about John's willingness to let his guard down at a certain point with the people around him. But I want to acknowledge the vulnerability in that, just given the context that he is in. And I appreciate Bonnie just listening to what he had to say. Like, she just said, sounds like you've lived a pretty tough life. That's all you need. Sometimes when people disclose stuff like John just disclosed, they get all freaked out because they don't really know how to respond. And you worry that you're supposed to respond in a certain way. It's supposed to be a great response. You're supposed to nail it and be exactly the right kind of... You will win the day interpersonally way more often than not if you just listen. Empathize, make a simple statement like, that sounds really tough. Or what was that like? Or whatever. There's an intimacy that comes from that. And you can really foster that by not worrying so much about what you say in response to somebody. Just engage your own curiosity around it, or engage your own appreciation for the fact that a person shared it. Nothing else, you can say, I appreciate your willingness to share that with me. And it will take you a long way. But there's a growing intimacy here between John and Bonnie that I appreciate. And she says, call me Bonnie. He calls her Miss McFarlane and then eventually calls her Bonnie. I am more apt to give John the benefit of the doubt on that it was more of just a habit. He's been taught a certain degree of manners around women, and you call him, Miss McFarlane. He's calling her that out of a sign of like respect and awareness of some degree of social dynamic. And when she says, call me Bonnie, I think it's less, I don't think he calls her Miss McFarlane to disrespect her request so much as it's, I'm used to calling you that, and that calling you Bonnie breaks me away from some of the social conventions that I'm used to. And also, there's probably a bit of intimacy involved with calling her by her first name that brings John in a way that continuing to call her Miss McFarlane wouldn't. So it's a little bit of that, like, kind of pushing out. But then he calls her Bonnie after he's more vulnerable with her. So, he got there, and he'll get more comfortable with it. She didn't really seem to be pissed when he said Miss McFarlane anyway. I mean, she could have been like, yo, I literally just told you to call me Bonnie. You called me Miss McFarlane. Like, what the hell? Call me Bonnie. I don't care what you've taught. I don't care what you've learned about how to show respect to people or whatever. I want you to call me Bonnie. It'd be meaningful for you to call me Bonnie. And then at that point, call her Bonnie. Right? Because then if you don't, and you just continuously call her Miss McFarlane, when she says, I would like to be called Bonnie, Now you are disrespecting her by trying to show her respect, because it's respect that's more about you and what you've learned than what the context dictates. A person says, you know, it's like, oh, you're James, and the person says, no, call me Jim. Do you just keep saying James? No, like, that's weird, right? Like, why would you do that when somebody's made that request? You wouldn't want anybody to do that for you. So at some point, you make it about you when you refuse to engage people the way they want to be engaged. But that first miss, I'm not really inclined to be too critical on John for that.
Come on, man up and move these cattle.
Especially since Bonnie wasn't.
All right, let's head over to the cow pen. It's about time a budding farmer such as yourself learned how to herd cattle.
Herd cattle, okie dokie.
Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
Nice. Hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. They're lucky to have a man like you.
I ain't so sure about that.
Hey there.
But thank you.
Nice. It's lovely.
Hey.
I emphasize this all the time. If you experience a sense of appreciation for somebody or the people around you or for a thing, you should express it. It is almost always worthwhile to express appreciation. When you do that, it serves as a reinforcement mechanism around desirable behavior, and it also gives people a degree of confirmation that the way that they're engaging with you is the way that you is in line with like your values and what you care about and what you appreciate. And this can sometimes be as simple, like sometimes people think that they have to express appreciation around profound things, and that's not necessarily true. If let's say you're in a relationship where you're in with a partner who is not particularly effusive and doesn't really state their needs very often, and you generally try to anticipate them, or you've been told that that's what's ideal. And let's say that like on a random Tuesday, that person says, you know, tonight I would really like to go to dinner at the ramen place nearby, when typically that's not how that would go. And let's say that's something that's desirable for you. There are some that would hear that and go, geez, it's about time you told me what you want to do. Oh my God. Or like doubt it or whatever. And that actually can inadvertently serve as punishment for that type of desirable behavior. Whereas if you hear something like that, that person doesn't even know that it's particularly meaningful for you to speak directly to what they want. And you meet that with just a nice, simple, you know, sure, we can do that. Also, I appreciate you telling me what you wanted to eat, because that made that a lot easier tonight. That kind of thing can go such a long way. It's the same thing when you're with kids, man. Like when kids do things that you want them to do, especially if you didn't ask them to do it, you should give them energy. Because when kids feel engagement and energy from their caregivers around things, they don't always necessarily know how to differentiate stuff. So when they get very pointed feedback around something that they didn't even know mattered, you would be amazed at how often a kid will continue to do something because they just simply want the appreciation from their parents. When we grow up, we're not really any different. It can feel good to receive appreciation from people. If people express appreciation, by the way, and you reject it, probably something worth working on as well, because that will extinguish people from expressing an autonomous gesture of their experience of you in a particular event that happened. So I realized it was a very long-winded thing, but I like that Bonnie said to John there, I appreciate you sharing that. It must have been hard, because that reinforces for John that opening up to Bonnie is a desirable thing and something that's okay and something that she appreciates. So if he feels comfortable doing that, he may, and if he appreciates her listening, he may say, I appreciate you listening. It was nice of you to ask, or I appreciate that you just let me talk instead of making assumptions or whatever. you can do really well by your relationships if you think in terms of how you exchange appreciation and feedback. Move into position behind. All right.
Yeah.
Herd the cows out of the pen. Oh boy.
He's got it.
Go.
Get the cows in order. Oh, dude.
Down the road, Mr. Marston.
This kind of thing just seems like it would be the biggest pain in the ass. Herd the cows down the road. Slowly sweep back and forth behind to keep them from moving in a single... Oh my
Get
god.
right at them. Drive it this way.
Yeah. Easy.
Let's go, cows.
Come on.
Join the herd.
He's just showing off now. Nearly there.
Good. Now we need to move this entire herd out to the far pasture for grazing. Keep them behind them. That way they'll stay together.
Nice, we're doing some real cowboy shit.
Let's go.
Keep going, Mr.
Get
Marston.
going. Come on.
You're not bad with the herd. Ranching might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that or you were a cow in a past life.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch.
All right, graze away.
Come on.
Jobs in town pay twice as much due to my honorable deeds.
Hey.
Well, hello, Mr. Marston. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Oh boy,
I'm
is that your
fine,
daddy?
Thank you. Did you
Oh.
meet my father? John Marston, this is my father, Drew McFarland.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Marston. Please. So, my daughter informs me that you're here on some secret mission to remove some undesirables from the county.
Something like that. I'm grateful for the hospitality, sir.
Well, you know, we've lived here for 30 years now. Came here from the east. The land had never been settled. For 10 years, we fought the Indians. Tough men. Then we had outlaws, and we had drought, and we had smallpox, terrible winters, cholera. I buried more of my children than I raised.
Damn.
Sorry to hear that, sir.
I've seen strong men wither and die under that unforgiving sun. That whole herds of cattle take sick and die. But I've never once doubted my life here.
No, sir.
When I hear about this so-called federal government sending out agents to covertly murder and control people, then I start to worry. I mean, yeah, all right, Williamson is a menace, and men like him are the plague. But isn't a government agent a worse menace? And all that symbolizes, I mean.
You may be right, sir.
Well, you're a brave man. You're always gonna be welcome here. But you tell your friends out east that we don't want to live like that out here. sneaking around and spying and secret missions. Preposterous.
Trust me, sir. I agree with you.
Good. Good. Well, we won't insult you any further. Come on, Bonnie, we got things to do.
Mr. Marston, do you want to join us? It's Daddy's favorite pastime. Apart from political discourse, that is.
What is?
Breaking in horses. Come on. I hear you're a pretty decent rider. For a city dweller, that is.
You're gonna...
Oh man. Like whatever I'm gonna say here is in some ways stating the obvious, but is also like not completely. There's so many angles I can take on it. Trying to figure out how to balance a desire to have full control over one's life, like absolute ability to engage on free will, pure freedom, and also the general need for some degree of order is just a perpetual nightmare to navigate. And the government is something that for generations upon generation upon, I mean, going back as far as humans have established government, different people will have different opinions on that government based on their own inductive experiences, their lack of understanding the scope of what government really is and does, a oversimplification of the people that work for the federal government or state governments or local governments, that those overgeneralizations cause all sorts of problems, kind of underestimating the reasons why people get into those positions in the first place. Like, I would imagine that almost universally, this is a running joke on the channel, I talk about OSHA all the time. OSHA has very strict standards of safety. HIPAA has very strict and specific guidelines around the exchange of medical information. I am beholden to HIPAA as a therapist. Well, these are things that are regulatory in nature and are governmental. And are they antithetical to freedom? In some ways, yeah. Like, yeah, you can't, well, you can, but you shouldn't, right? Just have like a lathe just wide open, able to be turned on at any time with no safety mechanisms and protocols in place. You could have a factory with just absolutely horrific working conditions. Like, you could do that. And in a purely free society, space, whatever you want to call it, like, yeah, that would exist. Is that for the betterment of all people involved? No. Is it good for profits? Sure. Profit the end all be all? Depends on who you ask. But some degree of counter pressure against the entropy that just is being a living organism and really the universe as a whole. There are some that value freedom and the concept of that so heavily that any kind of suggestion of regulation, any kind of bureaucracy, even if super well-intentioned, voted on, enforced by people who truly care and understand what's going on, will still push against it because it's antithetical to this idea of freedom. And then the government becomes a thing that you have some desire to push against because you don't want them to take away your liberties. It seems to me that Bonnie's dad, in large part, came out here from the East, maybe to get away from some of that order, so that he has the freedom to run his ranch in a way that he wants or whatever. And I just find it so interesting, and I don't have like stake in this in terms of what's right or wrong. It's just I always find it interesting the ways in which people bob and weave through being okay with structure, rules, regulations, and hating structure, rules, and regulations that perhaps they believe or actually don't serve them. And what do you do about that? A purely free market environment, etc., is chaos for just the human condition. So we subdivide into structures and organizations, etc., in part to create bounds around how entropic the human experience is. And so if you value that and you want to push past that, yeah, you're going to see the government as a oppressive force. The experience of that is not wrong. It's not bad. It's not something that I'm going to, get on somebody about. But this is where there is a huge amount of nuance in the way that we need to look at how humans are embedded within systems. Because those systems and roles and identities and all that stuff within serve some degree of purpose. If for no other reason, there are many reasons, but the psychological reason being, the brain does not do well with chaos and entropy, because it means that it's very hard to predict and anticipate things. When humans have a hard time predicting and anticipating things, that becomes antithetical to survival from an evolutionary standpoint. So if you create structure, roles, expectations, rules, all these things, it makes it easier on us to some extent psychologically, because now we know what things are and we can throw them in a schema box and call it a day. So as much as some folks may desire pure freedom comes along with it a degree of chaos and angst that many don't really understand. Overly rigid structure is also problematic because it doesn't give people a chance to exert autonomy. And so through generations of humanity, you just see massive push-pull between how do we regulate these people and how do we ensure that they are able to engage with autonomy. And then this is where power structures and all sorts of crazy shit comes in, where, who has the ability to dictate these terms and to what end and why, and how'd you get there, and it's just so complicated. It's not as simple as sit in that room with Bonnie's dad and hear him be skeptical of the government, and you're just like, oh, you must just be like a states' right, red-blooded Republican, Mr. McFarlane. Like, it's not that easy. There's a reason why Mr. McFarlane is not particularly fond of governmental influence, and all of that is a subjective thing. And again, I'm not saying he's right or wrong in that, but are you a person that hears like, well, no, like, we gotta have regulations, you gotta have this ranch just can't run willy-nilly? Well, if everybody survives it and is fine, survival's a massive reinforcement mechanism around whether we actually need the rules and regulations. So who's going to look out for who? And the final point that I would make about this is I also, in my life of 35 years, which is, limited in its scope, so take this with a grain of salt, I have always found some of the conversations around regulatory bodies fascinating, in that there tends to be an assumption that especially if you're somebody who values more freedom, there's a tendency to make the assumption that people who work for like the feds or regulatory bodies or whatever, that they're like bad people, that are that their intentions are not good. And generally the overwhelming amount of people that exist just in general want to help. Like, they go into these types of spaces often with good intentions. Like, sometimes it's because you just need a job and you're trying to get by, right? But like, ultimately, some people get into, like, the government extends so far beyond what people understand, but there are people in so many positions that are government in nature, that are public sector, that are genuinely there because they believe in facilitating the good of their constituents, and this is the way that they can influence that. And that getting lost has always fascinated me, because I think it takes some of the cool and like nuance out of how we discuss navigating this dynamic that I'm talking about here. It scratches kind of a personal fascination itch for me in listening to Mr. McFarlane talk to John about, you know, I don't take too kindly to even a sniff of government influence out here. Where would that come from? Well, that's probably where that comes from. And people's values around that are so relative to their context. It's wild. So, is that why a lot of people gravitate the romanticization of medieval and wild Western times? I think there's the Americana within all of this is kind of the idea of, yeah, like manifest destiny. You get to, fully free, and you're not under an oppressive force that is the government and all that stuff. You get to do whatever you want. And the West, I think, was sort of represented more that way. So yeah, I'd say that's probably a large chunk of why the West is romanticized in the way that it is. But you've already seen in this game, look how chaotic New Austin is. Like, goddamn, every time we set foot somewhere, there's some crazy shit going on with very little accountability. That would freak some people out. Some people would be cool with it. Other people are like, yo, no, I don't want to walk out into the streets of Armadillo and like be walking through crossfire of revolvers with no recourse. What? So it's a really difficult thing to balance. How do you regulate humans without overly stifling them? And how do you handle the subjective nature of every single person's existence? You can't. You're inevitably going to miss the mark on some, and you're going to miss the mark on some more than others. So then that comes down to like, where's the intention and where's the thoughtfulness and all this stuff. I could talk about this for hours and hours and hours and hours. I won't do that, but it's really cool to see the conversation happen in this specific context. This weighs on people's psyche. This affects like people's psyche. You can't get away from this stuff. But I say, as badly as people want to get away from politics, you generally can't, because politics touches all of these things that matter a great deal. And government involvement in your life is inherently political.
Need this, Mr. Marston.
Oh, there's my lasso.
Right, now you got some rope on your belt. Let's see if we can't wrangle some horses. Whoa there!
All right.
You sure have some interesting theories on what the government's doing, sir.
Ain't theories, Mr. Marston. I saw the telegram Marshall got from Blackwater. It ain't exactly a state secret who sent you.
Well, is he wrong? I saw those men from the train.
The government can go to hell if you ask me. Those sons of bitches would steal a coin off a dead man's eyes.
Mr. Marston!
He's right. Now, I don't know much about politics.
Please, Paul, can we just enjoy
But I
the
know
ride?
we're only as free as they say we are. Power's like a drink. The more you have, the more you want. And there's few men who can handle it.
There's certain things in this country a woman could do much better, if you ask me.
I ain't gonna argue with that, Miss McFarlane.
Marston! Come on, don't be afraid of that lasso!
Oh boy, I gotta get like right up on him.
Hang on to that rope, Marston!
Easy now.
Keep tight now, Marston!
Alright, I'll show you who's boss, brother.
Now hold on to it! Come on, let's go!
That's it.
Let's see it, boy!
You'll have this in no time. Whoa there.
Yoo-hoo, yee.
It's all right.
Now,
Give up.
show me what you got, boy!
You're doing fine.
Oh my god. This destroy my back. My back hurts just watching this. Oh my god.
Done, boy! I think that's an effective. No timer like me. I'll take this one back to the ranch. See you later.
Come on then. Let's see if you can get another one. Come on, rope one of them.
Easy.
You've got one. Hold on to it.
Do it again.
To him.
I got you now. Easy. I'm in trouble here. You're mine now. Whoa there.
Jesus, this takes forever.
Calm yourself now. There.
You got him eating out of your hand. Nice work. Let's get back to the ranch.
Come on.
Yeah.
I like your father.
I'm glad. He's quite a character.
You have a good life here. The life I want. For me and my family, I mean.
We don't have a lot anymore.
You have enough. It's one that gets so many folks in trouble.
It'll sap your spirit and make you poor, but it's straight and it's decent.
There's no better night's sleep than after an honest day's work.
It's no wonder you look so tired then.
Some deck must be shy of Joker, Miss McFarland.
Giddy up! Who'd have thought you'd be such a natural at busting Broncos?
That was fun.
I think you could be a fine rancher one day, if you can bear to stop killing people for a living.
Sure.
It's in my blood though, Miss
Well
McFarland.
done, Mr. Marston. These are fine horses.
Hey, Bonnie. Amos was saying some horses been spotted somewhere outside of Armadillo.
Let's go, Mr. Marston. We can really do with those horses. Come on, Mr. Marston. Let's head for Armadillo.
All right. Boy, this
You
road to
haven't tell me
Armadillo.
why you were never married. Aside from the snobbery, that is.
You sure ask a lot.
I'm just surprised, that's all. You must have been quite a kid.
The fact that you're talking in the past says it all.
No, that's not what I mean. You must have had some suitors, that's all I'm saying.
Some, I suppose. Here and there. A ranch in the middle of Hennigan's Stead ain't really the place to find a husband. Amos, he's a little, well, you know, countrified.
Where'd you get your airs and graces, Miss McFarland?
From a couple of cheap governesses Pa hired to save us from being savages. I'd like to talk about more than just cattle and chickens sometimes, that's all. And after my brother left, it was up to me to become the man of the ranch. He never admitted, but my pa's a lot frailer than he looks.
You're worth two of any man I know, miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment.
Oh, she's a little.
In many ways, my wife is kind of like you, Miss McFarland.
Is that so?
She's always been a woman in a man's world.
You don't talk about her very much.
It's kind of painful, but she's never far from my thoughts.
Looks like the ranch hand's up ahead.
She's a bit more buttoned up than John. Like, she's not super forthcoming. Like, we got
Let's drive them up the canyon where it narrows.
We got some
Wrap them
surface
there.
level stuff, but there's some depth there that would be cool to get to at some point. Maybe we will. We're still warming up to each other.
Stay with the horses. I'll give you a signal when we're ready for them.
Right you are, miss.
I tell you what, man, Red Dead 2's vibe was great. There is something about this one that, like, just feels... I don't even know how to describe it. I'm, like, really loving the vibe. Come on. Back with your herd. Like, just, like, there's something about, like, the lighting and, like, just the way that you ride into the... man, it's great.
Come on.
Oh, God, I'm, like, really just kind of freewheeling this. I gotta, like, pay attention.
Whoa there. Move it up. Let's go.
Oh, God, we got a straggler. Hey. Go.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey.
Oh, dude, I totally messed this up. I thought we were supposed to be going kind of wherever. I thought it was automatically taking me. There we go. All right.
Looks like we got the lot of them. What magnificent animals they are. Hey,
Oh.
the stallion's getting away. Chase him down and bring him back.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Lasso the stallion. Oh, baby. Oh, shit. Sorry, bud. Sorry. I know I pushed you a little too hard. Let's go. Oh, jeez. Oh. All right, push me into that cactus, stallion.
Come on, baby. Calm down. Oh, shit. Come on, come on, come on. Relax now. Nearly there. It's all right. That's it. Calm yourself. There. Go.
All right, go ride you bareback.
Thanks for your help today, Mr. Marston. We got some fine horses. You know, why don't you keep that stallion as your own, as a thank you from all of us?
Thank you, ma'am. He's a fine animal.
Gotta get me a saddle. Tucky Saddler. Like this vibe right here. Like, this is like real cowboy shit. Just walking through the desert on a hot day on your horse. Some guy shooting coyotes from the back of his own horse.
Come on.
What a vibe. Go.
Let's go. Come on.
Darn newcomers. I wish I was dead.
The horse is now your trusty steed. Hell yeah. I love that I just live in a bar.
You're stretching the blade.
Cougar with claws like Pittsburgh. Right over that thing.
Ride over that trail again.
Alrighty, friends. Well, hey, I do so appreciate you making the effort to watch part 2. We will go see what's going on with the land and Mr. West Dickens and more Bonnie in part 3. So I hope you'll stick around. It's gonna be a fun playthrough. I know there were a couple talking points tonight. Sometimes some episodes will be thinner than others, but I'm excited for what's to come. So thank you, as always, for making the effort. If you're leave a thumbs up, a comment, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. Please make sure you do that. Follow the links in the description. If you're binging, I'll see you right here in the next episode. And if you're waiting for the next one to come out, get it out as soon as we can. Appreciate you a lot. You matter. I'll see you on the next one.